look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson off play action. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11, Palmer. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The Browns at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sam Hubbard, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try and run right on the option, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Shoves him aside, and they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to Anthony Schwartz. 10 yards on the pickup.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Complete to Bryant.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. That's out to Chubb. Complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. In motion right here, Boyd. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Will he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
On 2. 12. Stop.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
To try again after the sack. Watson got an open man. It's Schwartz. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Pushes him over. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
After the interception, here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
A strong run there. He gets it, especially around the goal line. Like China shot.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any China shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
11 MT. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daxton Hill in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Watson off play action. He's going to try and go deep again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he fires one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The previous run, good for 9. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, you see the speed there of Daxton Hill reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relative.
And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Taylor now from the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Burrow looking to pass.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
11.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got Hurst, his tight end.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 11, Thomas. 12.
Now it's Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, Thomas.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They run again on first down. Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. The clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.